Is it Monday and Wednesdays?
Good evening. I'll call this meeting of the Fraser Recreation Commission to order at 7:05 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'll take the roll call. Commissioner Hunt.
Here.
Commissioner Hunter.
Here.
Commissioner Cook.
Here.
Commissioner Pepchick here. Commissioner Rostelli.
She's going to be an excused absence today.
Make a motion to excuse Commissioner Verselli.
I'll second it.
A motion made by Commissioner Hunter to excuse Commissioner Rostelli, seconded by Commissioner Hunt. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Next up, we will look at the agenda for this meeting of March 9th, 2026.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda for March 9th, 2026.
I'll second.
Motion made to approve the agenda, made by Commissioner Hunt, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All those in favor?
Aye.
Next is the approval of the minutes from the regular meeting on February 10th, 2026.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from the regular meeting of February 10th, 2026.
And I will second that.
The motion to approve is made by Commissioner Hunt, seconded by Commissioner Hunter. Those in favor?
Aye.
And next, we will open up to hear from our volunteer groups, starting with the Fraser First Booster Club.
Vanya Apps.
Laura Lessig.
Okay, so we have a lot going on. Can't see anybody. We have a lot going on. March 19th is the Ram's Horn fundraiser, and that is come and eat. Percentage of the meals you buy between 5 and 8, and including takeout, comes to the Fraser First Booster Club. And we'll have a bake sale and at least one raffle basket for sure. And it's a nice time to kind of mosey around and meet everybody and chit chat. So that's on March 19th. And then we are gearing up for Trample the Trail. Winkler Iron and Metal has generously going to sponsor this event. And so they're bringing their containers, and they're bringing popcorn and pop and water and stuff like that for the day. And they're there from 8:30 to 12:30, I believe, with their containers. So if you come to Trample the Trail and you do your walkathon and you remembered you have a refrigerator in the garage or maybe in the house and you want to empty it and bring it, and they got a container for it. And if you happen to bring things that aren't recyclable, they were kind enough to bring a container so that they can take that instead of you having to drag it back home. So we're really grateful for them to do that. We have the Beautification Club going to take up a little station around the mile walking perimeter of the park to kind of, if you need to sit down for a minute, or, you know, they're going to have some of their information out there. We're still waiting to hear from the difference makers, and we have a couple more organizations that we hope will be there. Fraser First will be there with our information, and of course, like I said, Winkler will be there to answer any questions about that. So we're excited about this. This is the first time we've done a walkathon. Am I forgetting anything to add to that?
Just remember, you can go to the FraserFirst.com to register, and it has all the details of registering as a single individual participating or a family, and or just take donations as well. So please do that.
Sorry, what was the date for that?
That is April 19th.
18th.
Oh, 18th. See, I'm getting those
Saturday.
two dates. April 18th, it's a Saturday, and that is from, like I said, Winkler will be there from 8:30 to 12:30, and we'll be signing people up from in that period as well, but at 9 o'clock we'll start the trample.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for that question. And then our next Booster Club meeting is on March 15th. Did I get
No,
that?
I think it's
Whoops.
7.
Oh.
Whatever that,
I thought it was.
18th, March 18th?
Oh, you're right, March 18th, because it's just before. I'm useless. But anyways, like a terrible calendar. But, yeah, so if you have any other questions for me, we can linger, we can talk amongst ourselves. But
Could you send me the flyer for the trampoline and trail?
we thought that it was put on the city website, but I can do that, absolutely.
It might be. I just want to
Sure.
advertise for it again.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. And please tell your friends and family about the recycling part, because it'd be great, they're giving us 100% of 2 teaspoons, so we're anxious to load up with metal and iron. And they take, I can tell you what they take real quick if anybody is watching. They take cookware. I could get rid of all of mine. Gutters, fencing, wires and cables, rotors, I don't know what those are, and appliances. So they take all that good stuff, and thank you. Anything else?
I think we're good.
All right, we'll get out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we can hear from the Fraser Beautification Club.
Okay, so the Fraser Beautification Club only meets every other month, so not much has changed since last month, but our next meeting will be this Wednesday, March 11th at 6:30 at the Ramshorn. And the only thing that's happened really since last month was that our woodworker, Art Kloss, has created some shamrocks that were put up at the Wedge and at the downtown sign. He also did some hearts that will go out in February. They held up really nice in the weather, so I was pretty happy about that. And I think they look nice. So we have that. We will talk about this on Wednesday, but yes, we agreed to be at the Trample the Trail with some information. And I think our big talk, there will be 2 big talks on Wednesday, but one will be about our Toodle Tour for 2026 on July 30th. So we have the date, we just have to do all the preparation and the talk about that. And then our member, Chris Cook, will have a pleasant surprise. So come on by, 6:30, Ramshorn. And that's it.
Great.
Thank you.
Oh,
You have a question?
An audience.
Yes.
Yes.
Anya Apps, 31641 York Street. And I just want to say that looks really nice at the Wedge, the shamrock, but is there 2 or just 1?
There's one at the Wedge, it's like a 4x4.
Yeah.
And then there were
it's
2
really
at the
great.
downtown sign.
I don't want to be greedy, but could he make another one for the other side so that both sides see the? Because
I don't think it'll be done before this St.
Okay.
Patrick's Day, and it'll depend on funding, like what we have in our funds, so, you know.
But it looks really great.
I can ask
Super
him.
cute, really, really nice, and I love the ones at the corner. Garden, really neat. So thank you, Art. Thank you, Beautification Club, because that was really a cute idea.
Thank you very much. Next, we will hear the administration report.
So I wanted to mention, like I did in February, that the beginning of March was our non-resident start for the pavilion rentals, which was earlier than the previous years. We didn't get a lot of people that came out, but the last couple of days, or I'm sorry, like today, we had 2 or 3 people, and last week I think we had 4 people. So it hasn't been super busy, which is kind of a nice thing, but it's slowly getting there, and soon the weekends will be taken. That's always our popular ones. It's always Fort Fraser is first, followed by Stephens and McKinley. So most people just want the bigger pavilion. That's why Fort Fraser is always rented first, and it's right next to the playground. So we have the marshmallow drop coming up on Saturday, March 28th. I know I've talked about it before, but we have 3 drops, one at 12 o'clock, one at 12:45, and one at 1:30. The first drop for the younger kids is almost full, The second and third drop still have quite a few spots. So I'm going to post it again, try to get that filled up. In the last couple of years, it's been filled. So I don't know what it is. It could be because it was on spring break, as discussed before. But unfortunately, that was the day that we had to go with, and it was picked before Fraser schools put out their spring break. That I think it was at least. That will have 4 face painters for the event. I picked 4 because last year we had 3, and I thought the lines were a little long, so I added another one. Also, brand new as of a couple of days ago, we will have 1 food truck there. It will be for the Love of Fruit. They came to our vendor market last year, so they'll be selling their products. And they have absolutely delicious food because I bought a bunch of it last year. So we're going to try it. We're going to see how many people purchase things and see how it goes. Normally I try to get people in and get people out. You know, with 600 kids attending, we want to kind of keep it moving, but they wanted to be a part of it. I thought we'd give it a shot this year. So they're going to be there, and they're coming at 11:30, and they'll be there to the very end. The Easter Bunny will be there, as always, and there will be the 5 golden eggs. I have, as of today, purchased the 200 bags of marshmallows to fill up the car. So the marshmallows have been bought, and tomorrow or Wednesday, I will be buying all the candy for the event. So that will be a huge undertaking, as it always is, but it'll be fun. And then I'll also be getting the golden egg winners. Usually I try to do like a special basket for them. And it usually goes pretty well for it. So, and then I will have a petting zoo, as I always do, but it will be, I always go bigger on the petting zoo, so it will be a full petting zoo. We'll have 1 pony and 1 horse for it. So anyone who is too big for the pony will be able to do the horseback ride. So it is the same group that I always use. They do a great job, so I've asked them to come back. And again, helicopter will drop the marshmallows. They'll go and pick up a gift bag. If any of you guys would like to volunteer sometime, I would love to have you guys. I did ask the high school for help, and they said that they could ask their students, but I haven't gotten a final number for how many people are going to be helping. But the more the merrier, because I like to keep the volunteers to hold all the kids back for safety. Last year we had a little bit of a false start, and I don't want a situation like that again, just because the helicopter would have to do another flyby and drop it, and it's just better to hold all the kids back. So again, registration table is always crazy busy, you know, that many people that quickly trying to find a name. I get it. So I'd like to really have a bunch of people at each station. So the M-Parks conference, M-Parks is basically the Parks and Rec departments all of Michigan get together and meet for a conference. And this year it was last week. So I was gone from Monday through Friday. We take different sessions or different classes, and we get to pick what we want to take. So sometimes there's classes about AI, there's classes about inclusive parks, there's classes about one-man show. So there was some classes that I took, and although it wasn't my favorite conference this year, I did do a lot more networking. So there's a lot of different cities I spoke to who are kind of in the same field as us. So reach out to them, trying to get contact for like a Tai Chi instructor for our senior activity center. And then I also was trying to talk to different cities to try to get a connection for instructors so that we can get some soccer instructors and start slowly implementing our sports. Another big part of the M-Parks conference is meeting different vendors. So there's different vendors that come, and sell you or show you their products. So I met with a few different companies that do playscapes, in case when if we do a Stephens redesign, we'll have some ideas. And I know that that's a scary thing to our residents is Fort Fraser and touching Fort Fraser. I know what I went through it with a different city, and those playscapes are actually being replaced. They actually mentioned them during our MParks conference, but they're getting replaced all around Michigan because it's way past the time for it, their lifetime for it. So again, I know that is a scary thing for residents. I'm hoping, and I'm not talking for the city of Fraser, but I'm hoping that there can be a new design, but maybe something that's an eye-catching design, and we can either keep a part of the old one or we can keep an idea of it, but something, because with the safety risk and everything, I don't see how the city would be able to hold on to that playscape. But again, that's coming from me. That's not from an expert. But they are being replaced and changed out in most cities. So I just want to, kind of throw that out there as if they do a redesign of Stephens, that will probably be under a big question of what are we going to do with the playscape. So, and then I also met with, I met with a lot of different vendors, and AEW, the engineering corporation that we use, they were there. So I talked to them. They sent me to a different thing. So I got some brochures, talked to a couple of experts. There was even things like pavement that, sheds water a lot easier. So I don't know if that is the future of it, but again, it's all about inclusivity for kids and with kids with disabilities. So that's going to be the name of the game. And the city is going to have to pick different vendors or with AEW's help. So I wanted to kind of get an eye, look at it, talk to them and see what they're selling basically. And I have booklets of it. So when it is time, or if it is time, we can have an idea of what they do. I also met a lot of different vendors who, sell all different types of things, nature or more natural looking playscapes. So I wanted to try to learn a little bit about everything while I was at the conference. So that's basically what I did mostly, was networking, and learned a lot about play structures and different ideas for Stephens. There was even stuff about dog park, if the city ever considers a dog park. I was looking at a vendor who sells different products for dog parks. So, but yeah, that was Monday through Friday in Lansing. I'm back, and then next year it looks like it might be in February, so I'll be out for that week as well next year. And then I don't have it on this list, but I do want to touch base on it because it was released, was for April. I have a craft event, and the paint and plant, or plant and paint, and basically we have terracotta planters, and kids are able to paint them, and then we provide the soil and seeds. We have 3 different time slots, and I believe we only have a couple slots open. They're almost all sold out. So it's 15 per time slot of kids, and they're almost sold out. So that is happening also on April 18th with Trample in the Trail. It's just happening after 11, 12, and 1, I believe the times are for that event. But I did want to mention that because that was released, the registration was released, and it's almost full. So wanted to move to our Senior Activity Center. As always, in March, we have the MGM Casino trip. That is sold out. That is happening this week on March 12th. Normally sells out, but just wanted to mention that. We also have an Easter egg hunt on March 23rd, or at least it'll start on March 23rd. We did that last year. Allie had an idea of basically hiding plastic eggs around the building for a little bit every day, and as they turn them in, each egg has something in there that they win. So sometimes it's a little bit nicer gift, and sometimes you just win a piece of candy. So the seniors loved it, so we're going to do it again this year. And again, that will be determined too with that budget amendment of $5,000 that we are trying for at the council meeting. Last is the St. Patrick's Party. It's going to be on March 17th. That is sold out with 45 people. As you can see, and as I come here, I often tell you guys that our senior center is doing great. We sell out a lot of our events. No different for March. Everything is sold out. And then I can positively tell you that we did a Detroit Tigers game for April 23rd, I think it is, and that was sold out as of today. That was $85 for a member, $90 for a non-member. It's a little bit more expensive this year because they are getting rid of those seats as far as being able to rent them to our seniors as special seating. It's covered, but if we did, what they have is you can be a part of the Tigers Club now, which is you take an elevator up, it's a glass enclosure, and it's an endless buffet, drinks and stuff like that, non-alcoholic water and pop. But if we did those, if we purchased those for the $85, we could get those seats. So not only is it covered, but now they can go up to an air-conditioned room because our seniors hated the being in the sun. So I wasn't sure how it was going to do for $85, but it sold out within basically a week and a half, if a week and a half. So it's doing well. We'll probably do one in September as well. September 23rd, I think is what it is.
That was for how many people?
That is for 14 tickets. One is for our bus driver.
Oh, okay.
And 13 is for the residents or the members. So that is sold out. And again, we have budget and stuff coming up. So a lot of that will be me asking if we can keep the senior center open longer and for staffing. And obviously for software, as I've preached here many times. So that's what I'm going to be asking for.
The buses that they use, there's two buses out there. Are those the buses that they use?
Yes. So those two buses, believe it or not, today we got a brand new bus. So we swapped out our old diesel bus, and we got a 2025 Ford Smart Bus that holds 14 passengers. So it's brand new as of today. We have one key to it, so we have to make copies. Just got it in our lot today, and pretty excited about it. That was a big upgrade for us. So, but yes, those are the two buses that they use. And then on event days, what we do is we use one bus driver to do the local runs, and then we use the other bus driver to do the event.
Oh, that's why you can't have both buses going out to an event, because you need one for local.
Yeah, so we've
okay.
done that before, and starting this year, I kind of changed my thought process on that, and I no longer want to do it so that we don't do local runs. A local run should be our number one priority, to make sure people are able to get their shopping or their doctor visits done. So if we run two buses, it's one goes to the event and one stays for the local runs.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions about any of my events?
No, thank you very much. Next, I'll open the floor for citizen participation. We have a citizen.
Laura Lessage, 15201 Fairview. When you talk about the Tiger game and taking the seniors, I'm just curious if you had the opportunity to bring more people, could you charter a bus and a bus driver and take like 50 people or 80 people, how many people? I mean, you don't have to answer me. I'm just saying, is there interest? And, 14 people doesn't seem like a whole lot going to an event. Or at some point, why not do a city-wide event with a charter and all ages could attend, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But I thought about that for some of our senior events. Stuff like, I know you were just using it for example for the Tigers game. I'm hesitant because of the cost of getting the bus and not being able to get the seniors to fill that bus to recoup, some of that money for the charter bus. I was nervous that we weren't even going to get the 13 seniors for the Tigers game with the elevated cost of it, but sold out. So, yeah, I mean, that's not something, it's not a bad idea for some of the events that we do.
I'm just curious, and were there people like on the wait list, type thing that you had more interest than slots available?
Yeah, so what we try to do is for the Tigers game, that's why we try to do like 2 Tigers games in a year is, yes, we probably get some repeat people, but we'll get some new people who we can put on that list. But yeah, it's not such a bad idea for some of our other events maybe. I guess I'd have to look into the cost of a charter bus, but yeah, that's not a bad idea. And again, this year, I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to make it to the July 1st new fiscal year with our budget, so that was another concern. So
I was gonna say, so I have a an idea for you. So Jimmy John's, they can go, for a group, you have to have a minimum of 20, but they can grow up to 400. And I think their thing is like $38 for the meal and and parking is free. So most people, if you open it up to like the whole city, they could go. Well, this is once you get how you can charge people. So most people could get themselves up there, and then you would only have to have, the seniors who need a,
Right.
Yeah.
a ride. Maybe
Yeah.
you could charge them like $10 if you want to take the bus. But it's like,
yeah, it would be kind of nice, but even with the charter bus idea, I mean, you could always have all the people meet at City Hall and then drive everyone up there.
right.
It's definitely an undertaking. We would need some chaperones or something just to make sure that everyone's back on that bus.
Well,
That's my
if
main
you're
concern.
old enough to get yourself a ticket,
You're old enough to get back on the bus.
get yourself on the bus. But anyway, but what I was saying was, I know, but what I was saying was, if you dealt with Jimmy John's,
Yeah.
and if you go on your Detroit Tigers are probably during the day, right?
Yeah, they're at 1:00.
All right, so I think their only Sunday games are during the day. But if you go like on a Friday night, they've got the free fireworks, just like the Detroit Tigers. So I'm just saying it's an option to look into,
Yeah.
to offer something for like
Citywide?
Fraser goes to the game,
Yeah,
I'm just,
I don't mind that. I'm running.
just something to look into,
Yeah, I can do that. I can look into it.
yeah.
See if we can do something like that. But I'll also look at a bus charter as well for the
Yeah.
seniors.
I used to charter buses, and before COVID, they were $600, and after COVID, they were $1,200. So I'm just letting you know, like, it's pricey.
Got it.
That's why we quit going to the Tigers, where I would plan my charter trip, so, okay.
I wasn't even sure how much that would be. So that definitely, I'm curious how much it is today.
Right. So,
May I continue?
may you what?
Continue.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I know I haven't been here in several months, but
We noticed.
a few months back, when we talked about the software and being able to charge people, I thought it was discussed to look into using Venmo or Zephy or some other means to get a payment in versus waiting for the software to come in. Because even if you get the approval and all this in the next budget cycle, you got months of that you're going to wait to get it and all that. And so you have all these events that we continue to have, and we're not charging anybody.
Right.
And I just feel like we're missing the opportunity, and people are going to expect it more and more. And once we do start charging, they will not come. Just my opinion. And the other thing I wanted to ask or talk about is park cleanup. Now that we had a beautiful day today, it seemed like, okay, let's go out there and clean up stuff, which I still have to do. But I'm just thinking it would be nice if, I can get something started on Facebook to get Steffens cleaned up a little bit before our Trample the Trail event. I think that'd be a nice way to open the doors here. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no more citizen participation, I'll open up to commission reports, commission member reports. Commissioner Hunt?
I'm good.
Commissioner Hunt?
I have nothing, thank you.
Yep. I'm good. Commissioner Cook?
I have a couple things. Come on,
One of us had
I
to.
missed it all. I just have a question. That building across the street, that used to be, what was that company that,
The sports company?
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how much that is to like rent, or if we could rent it out maybe for events for like painting instead of using, the Fireman's Bay and stuff like that. I don't know.
Can't even use that anymore. I use the council chambers.
Oh, okay. So was wondering, like, maybe, I don't know who owns that building or something to check into, because it's a nice building that's now just sitting empty again. That might be something to look into, maybe to have some events there. It seems like it's semi-big in there.
That's a good
You're
idea.
asking who owns it?
Yeah, like if we could rent it, or if we could use it, or if we could partner with somebody, or, get a sponsor to rent it or something, just for events instead of in here where we could do more than just 15 people at a time.
Yeah.
And,
I'll bring that up with the city manager and see if that's something they want to do.
yeah, just an idea,
Mm-hmm.
just because it's an empty building sitting there. Since I know we can't do CVS, so that kind of, I lost cause on that one, so. And then the only other thing I have to say is something that I was going to announce Wednesday, but I'm going to talk about it real quick here, is that I did receive a grant for approximately $850 to do a senior center garden on the wall.
Yay.
So.
I was going to bring that up today, and I didn't do it because I wasn't, thought it was too early to bring it up, but everyone's really looking forward to it.
So I'm hoping to network a little bit, like that week of Easter break when I'm off, so I can get some seniors who really want to help.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over and do some measurements and things like that, and hopefully get the seniors very involved in it. And I know Patrick Odell wants to help out too, and he wants to go a little bit bigger, and I've learned my lesson. I want to start small, work our way big. So that's what I'm going to stick with, is just on the wall area, and maybe buy a garden box and put it in the front where that bench is over there. But like I said, now I have the funds. I just received a phone call the other day saying that I won the reward. So now I'm excited to start.
Congratulations for all of us,
Thanks.
I guess.
Very good.
Yeah, that was a huge hit last year, like I told you. So I know that'll be a huge hit again this year. And I know Allie over there was a huge farmer for you, and she liked doing it. And she would put out a box of it on the table for everyone. So
Yeah, so hopefully I can get a few. I know I had a few seniors last year that would come over and water and do things like that. And I'm hoping that this year I can set it up on a timer, that it's only going to run X amount of time through a drip hose, and that nobody really has to worry about watering it unless it gets really, really dry. And then just hopefully people will come and harvest the stuff,
Yeah,
the veggies.
that's going to be great. $850, we can do
$850.
a lot with that. So
So I'm like excited.
congratulations.
Thanks. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Yep. All right. With no further business, is there a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:39.
I'll second that.
The motion made by Commissioner Cook to adjourn at 7:39, seconded by Commissioner Hunt. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.